What's up, hooligans? Welcome to B-Ike Kelly. What's up, hooligans? We are here Saturday morning because can't really see it, but got some baldness going on with the tires. It's been a while. The front's not too bad. So I have Pirelli Night Dragons. That's what the previous owner put on this, which were really good, but the back tire is pretty bad. And I couldn't find my size, the sizes I need as far as replacing them with more Night Dragons. So we're gonna replace them with some Michelin Commander 2 tires. I've never done this. Dr. Wolfenstein's gonna be helping me out today, so we can change the good old Baldy and get this back going and make some more videos. Look at that, he's all buff. All buff. Yeah. Big old Hulkbuster buff. Ta-da! Look at them. Beautiful little tires. Shabam.
The next day.
There she is. So I was going to record while we were putting on the tires, but we had some complications and kind of forgot at the end because I was too excited and tired. But new tires are on. I already have some miles on it. Little Michelin tires. I didn't really see the back all that great, but they're there. So yeah, I'll be back on today. Like I said, I had some complications, which I'll explain later, but she's ready to go. So it's a couple days later after the tire change, and I guess I got a lot to share. Well, I mean, I guess I got an experience to share. Because for some reason, when it comes to maintenance on my vehicles, it's never quite as simple as it should be. I guess I'm just one of the lucky ones, you know. Yippee, hooray. Uh, but first of all, I want to do another shout out to Dr. Wolfenstein. Thank you for the help, bro. Definitely wouldn't be able to do it without your help and your tools. So, on the brand new Michelin Commander 2 tires, and I gotta say I'm loving them. Still breaking them in. But let's revisit that journey, shall we? So, I went to work one day, and just out of curiosity, for some reason, I looked at the back of my bike, and I noticed the tire, the rear tire specifically, that it was pretty much bald. It was done. I didn't realize the rear tire was as bald as it seemed. So just to get a second pair of eyes on it, I did ask Sir Wolf, "Hey, what do you think about that tire?" And yeah, he was just like, "Yeah, dude, that tire's done." So I've never really paid attention to the type of tires that I have. I kind of just, they were tires. I rode my bike, and that's about it. And I think that's the one plus about riding is you pay a lot more attention to the features of your vehicle. I mean, let's be honest. It's just you on a bike. So It's better to know more about your vehicle than not. It's not like a car where it's a little more simplified. Uh, so, out of curiosity, I look up the tires that I already have. I had the previous owner put on Pirelli Night Dragons. It was a Pirelli Night Dragon in the front and a Pirelli Night Dragon GT in the back because I was the only one that carried my size for this particular model. So the thought was, let me try and see about getting those tires and continuing with the Night Dragons because I heard a lot of good things about them. And unfortunately, due to my budget, when I looked up the price, I was like, I may go with something a little cheaper. Um, so I started doing some searching. And to be completely honest with you, I had no idea how to read tire specs. When I was looking up my tire specs, I was like, how do you determine what means what? So I looked it up to make sure that I was getting the right tires and that nothing was incorrect in my choosing. So I'm looking for my tires, and I come across some Shinkos that fit my budget, about $220 for the front and rear tires. And Wolf had already said, hey, you get the tires, take it to my pad, we'll take them off, we'll take them to our local Cycle Gear and have them switch out the old tires with the new. So I was like, all right, that was the plan. So I was waiting for payday to purchase the tires, and I already had my mindset on those Shinko tires that I found. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, then I'll fix it in the video. And come payday, the tires that I need are now out of stock. Just my luck. Happens to me every time. So when I found that out, I'm like, all right, you're going to have to find other tires. Obviously, I need it sooner than later because I have my car, but when it comes to gas, it's a lot more cheaper using the bike, especially for work, when it's a daily commute during the week, So I was searching, and at the same time I was looking at descriptions and reviews, and I knew I was going to have to go to a pricier point. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and eat the costs, and I'll get some more Night Dragons. Well, they had the front size, but they didn't have the rear GT. So, all right, so that's not an option. So I came across the Michelin Commander 2 tires, and read the reviews. They were really great. I wanted to do I wanted to take the extra step and look at a video review, and I seen a couple from Revzilla that saying they were really good tires, that the mileage was actually really good, that it surpasses regular expectations. Not just the regular normal, or not just the average 12,000 mile mark. And then I also looked up a review on a guy who also happened to own the Indian Scout, and he instantly fell in love with them as soon as he tried them out. So I was like, okay, those are the tires I'm going to go with, Michelin Commander 2s. At this point, they do have the Commander 3s, and I would have gone with them, but like I said, I had a budget, so I stuck with the Commander 2s because of that budget. Bumpy road. And I did see the Commander 3 tires in person, and they look beastie. They look really good. But I got the Commander 2s. I'm happy with them. They ride great. And it's a big difference. It's a huge difference in riding feel because, previous to getting the new tires, I was explaining to Wolf that, on our way home, we're taking the freeway, and I'm getting speed wobbles a lot more often than not. And I didn't really look into it just because life's been busy. And even though it could have been a safety concern and I should have looked into it, I didn't take the time. And when I finally did and finally realized it was the tires, wow, here we go. It's a lot better feel. Okay, so got the tires. Let's get to working on the tires and the bike. Like I said, I always have certain complications when working on my vehicles. So we get the tires. Saturday morning, I head to Wolf's Pad. He has a tire stand for bikes. He's used it. He's already switched out his tires. He pretty much told me, come over. We'll get it done in the morning. We'll have them to cycle gear, and hopefully afternoon we'll be done with the whole project. Yeah, it didn't work like that. So we start off the morning um, looking at some specs of the 2021 Ford Bronco. Way off topic, but it came up and we're both interested. Come on, it's pretty awesome. Okay, away from that. Getting sidetracked. So we can't get to the rear tire with the bike stand without taking apart the exhaust. And not to mention the saddlebags are in the way if we wanted to use the bike stand. So it's like, okay, we'll start with the front tire. And then from there, we'll lift up the back and we'll just take the tire out without having to remove anything. So we go to the front tire. He puts the stand, and we realize my front axle is just too narrow for this stand. There's our complications. So we had to get a certain jack from, I don't know if it's a car jack or it's a specific type of jack for flat surfaces. It helped out. So what we did is we lifted the front tire up with this jack, and with that we were able to take the front tire off. And then what we were going to do is I was going to hold on the front end of the bike while he took the rear tire off. Come to realize my bike's a lot heavier than I thought it was. It took both of us to hold this bike up, which complicated things even further. At this point, we were already deep in it. We already had the front tire on. We weren't going to take apart anything further. So it took us a while, but we were able to hold up the tire, or hold up the bike, and then take off the rear tire. Took a while, but got it. And then in order to keep the bike up, Mr. Wolf, since we didn't have a legitimate way to keep it up, and we had it on blocks in a stand, created a little rig with some posts to keep it up while we went to go take the tires and get them replaced. And I'll put that picture right now. Check it out. So, yeah, pretty ghetto. Even Wolf was like, dude, this is the most ghetto thing I've ever done. But it worked, and it helped. It did what it needed to do. Okay, it's 2 days later. So right after I went to go get my crack in a can, my mic decided to disconnect again. And the other day, just more technical difficulties. So here we are 2 days later, and hopefully this mic is running. The huge. But what I was gonna say is everything ended up doing okay. Everything ended up alright. The makeshift stand that Senor Wolfenstein thought up worked perfectly. And with the exception of a few difficulties putting the tires back on, they are back on. Due to being tired and excited, I didn't take pictures of the end result before testing them out. I should have, because the picture and video that I have now shows that they're not brand new anymore. They already got the dirts, the good old dirts, dirty dirt. But yeah, now I know what it takes to work on my bike and what tools I need to get. Still working up on them tools. Other than that, back to work. Speaking of work, I do have a pretty funny story. So, since I've had my helmet, I've got a few stickers and kind of sticker bombed it because I'm planning on getting another helmet. So it's kind of to showcase, one, some pretty cool stickers, two, um, that is just old faithful. So I got some stickers, and they're pretty explicit. There's no fucking Care Bears or anything like that. But I totally forgot that there are two skeleton hands on my helmet. One on the back top and one on the right side, I believe, that are just flipping the bird. Typical shit. So I get to work. I just get off my bike. Um, this guy's making a U-turn. Skills. And as soon as I get off my bike, out the door of the building where I work at comes all the big wigs. And I haven't had the stickers on that long, so I tend to forget that I have them on. But they all come out, and my boss, he has a Z650 Kawasaki, so I park next to him. And they come out, they're like, "Hey, how's it going? Nice bike." And they look at my bike, they look at his bike, they're like, "So which one's faster?" And I got a Scout, he's got a Z650. His is pretty faster, but mine's more good looking. Just to joke around. We have a good laugh. But what I failed to realize, and this explains the looks that I got from a few of them, that they were looking at the right side of my helmet. So the whole time there, I'm talking to them while giving them the bird with my helmet. And they're probably rethinking who they have in charge for certain things, certain areas. But, I don't work with customer service. I'm not one to dress up all fancy or anything like that. But my job, I deal with certain people, and usually to myself when it comes to whatever I'm working on, with the exception of the small crew I have. So it's a way of expression, and I'm sure they understand. The way I see it, they pay me to get a job done, and I get it done. That's how we do it in our raza, eh? But anyways, before I run the risk of this mic going out again, I just wanted to follow up on the last piece of footage I had from 2 days ago. And if you guys enjoy the content, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, keep riding and see ya. Ooh, dust devil. That's pretty cool.